What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? How's everybody doing? Cosmic Gary here, bringing another World of Tanks video. And today I'm going to be showing off gameplay in my Death Star FV215B1A3. The Death Star, the Star of Death, or whatever you want to call it. Have been giving this tank a lot of shtick lately, a lot of bad publicity, I would say, and it really doesn't deserve it, you know, because I hope I didn't put off anybody who's kind of aiming for the thing, because you truly shouldn't. You know, go for it, absolutely. But it is what it is, and but bottom line, it is a ton of fun to play in this tank. But I have been giving it a lot of crap lately, but because of shots like these, you know, which coincidentally. Coincidentally, that shot should not have happened, but because it's RNG troll machine, this tank, you know, I call it the RNG troll machine tank. And that shot, for instance, I don't think that penned. You know, I thought that was splash. I was surprised as hell to get it. But look, you know, then you go from that shot to this shot. You know, okay, side of the turret. You know, look, he's angled ever so slightly, but still. You know, that shot should have been the other shot, and the other shot should have been this shot. So I was just, you know, I hit the Yag guy, and I was like, whoa, cheers, thank you very much. And then I hit that other tank. I was like, God damn it, why are you robbing me? You know, so you complain about the crap, but when you get the good shots, you're like, oh, thank you very much, thank you very much. But you know, it's nice to have a tank. It's nice. It's nice to have a tank that, you know, you can just shoot at stuff, and you will cause some damage. But you saw that in that little montage I did that I released a couple of days ago. You know, I shot. And my splash was 83, you know, 83 hit points deducted from enemy tank, 8,000 silver coins used. Well done, Splash. Well done, Hesh. Thank you, Hesh. But you know, the fact of the matter is, I don't mind about the damage. It's always the cost that kind of bugs me. The cost of using this thing, the reload, yeah, kind of bugs me. But the costs. I've learned to pen. You know, I've learned to pen. If you pen at least half your shots fired, and you'll be golden. You know, you won't make money, but you won't lose money either. You know, you'll make money, but it won't be, oh my god, astronomical. You just won't lose a buttload of money. That's all. And but I know sometimes I play games and, you know, I fired 10 times. You know, I fired, you know, that's a buttload of money, and all of them were splash, not one single pen, and you just lose. You just lose money galore, big time, even if it is a victory. And this is some other YouTubers declaring that, you know, the AP use the normal standard ammo, and that way you'll never lose money in the Death Star. You can actually make money. Well, excuse me, but what the heck are you getting a Death Star for? You know, you get increased pen, but you get reduced damage, and you're not gonna be one-shotting hardly anybody. You know, even tier 8s, which I love to do in this tank. And it ain't no Death Star, basically. You know, what is the point of getting a Death Star if it ain't no Death Star, if all you got is a Star Destroyer? You know, it wouldn't be called a Death Star. Absolutely. So yeah, so yeah, so anybody kind of, it's very easy to say, you know, load half standard ammo, load half Hesh ammo, but truth be told, you know, 30-second reload, okay, I've got it down to 25, whatever it is. And yeah, you can't say, oh no, I feel like the regular, oh no, I feel like Hesh. By the time you switch over, that situation's is long, you know, long gone and done and dusted, and you're back to needing some Hesh with its splash capabilities, etc., etc. But you know, I did give it a lot of shtick lately. I think, you know, RNG troll machine. It is that 100%, and it is a challenge to play this tank because you cannot be a sniper. You know, a long distance sniper. You're really relying on luck, on RNG. You know what we always like to say, RNG. You know, you really are. I've taken some shots where, oh my god, where did that shot go? Oh my god! And I last day or two I played in my Death Star, and at least on 2 occasions I was absolutely furious, livid with the command menu where you know, I repaired my tracks instead of a damaged gun. And my reticule was just humongous. It was like, you know, Stalin Soviet tank, humongous. It was like completely nerfed the tank, you know, made it impossible to play in, and I think that thing is so unfair. I cannot for the life of me understand why they simply can't fix it. I mean, I understand that, you know, what needs to be fixed, you know. Well, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, I had damaged tracks and I had a damaged gun, and I didn't realize I had damaged tracks. And the thing about it is, with the damaged tracks, you kind of don't realize that your tracks are damaged because you're actually moving. You know, your tank is mobile, it's moving, so you don't realize, and you hit the button, you know, to repair your gun, and you're focused on the game and you don't realize it, and you repair your tracks, and it's like, no, I don't want to repair. Why have I repaired my track? How are my tracks damaged? If I'm moving, I don't. And it's done. It's over with. You know, you screwed up. You used your one repair chance, and you know, your tank is useless. I was absolutely furious. I was so livid. I kid you not. But wrapping things up, very decent game. This game, very nice game. Nice bit of damage. Averaging about 5k. Trying to push it up to above that, and yep, moving onwards and upwards to the next game. Didn't compensate much over that one. So, second game. Let's do some commentating, shall we? Because it's been a while since I commentated over Death Star, you know, gameplay. So you load into the game, you look at what you're up against, and you know, it's predominantly 9s, 8s, a few tier 10s, for some pretty decent matchmaking. Tanks to look out for is the E3, E4, and the Waffentrager on the opposing team. Object as well, so you know, so nothing really of concern to me as I was rolling into this game. And what do? I keep an eye on this Leopard. Kudos to him, you know, because I was looking at what he was doing up ahead, and I was saying, huh, what are you doing? Why are you going that way? You know, because he has hardly any armor. He has a fantastic, amazing gun, very, very accurate, but he has no armor. You know, it's so like Batchat armor, but he is very quick. The quickest tier 10, if I recall. And look, I mean, there's this little scout down there, and I was saying to myself, he's just gonna make mincemeat out of him. You know, he really is. But I was wrong. I was telling him, you know, pull back, pull back. I've positioned myself perfectly here. Look at the little scout going round and round that Leopard, and I thought, great. You know, great way to start the game. You know, we lose one of our tier 10s, and this is what you want to be doing in a TD. You want to be, everybody else needs to be doing the spotting for you. Everybody else, you're never to be seen. And hey, Mr. Scatty, how you doing? Was you messing with my Mr. Leopard? You leave him be. So take my shot, you get lit up. You know, imagine like a meter, a barometer or something. So when you fire your gun, you know, your camo value just goes broom, drops down to 0. You know, it just drops. and that's why you kind of get lit up. And, it's like you're announcing your presence, and but the thing is, you know, with the snipers, nice little shot there. I don't get lit up. Very rarely, you know, the snipers actually come out on top, the TDs, because I'm not doing any of the spotting. You know, I'm not lighting up any of these targets, and because of that, you lose XP. You only get like half the XP or something like that. That you would if you were the one spotting and shooting them. So there's that to consider. And but it is what it is. You know, you're a TD, so you're all the way in the back, and you're allowing other people to do the spotting for you. And like this Waffenträger down below, you know, of Panzer IV, when he's lit up, he thinks he's been lit up maybe by the Leopard, if you get what I'm saying. And that way you kind of trick him, so to speak. He thinks he's been lit up by the Leopard. He doesn't realize there's other people that can see him, and you know, you let them get comfortable. If you get what I'm saying. And a lot of times, you know, I won't shoot unless I've got the perfect shot, and at the same time, I know they're getting comfortable. They're saying, oh, but I'm lit up, why isn't nobody shooting at me? And they get comfortable and they don't move, you know, and they position themselves stationary, and I'm like, bluff, you know, I take the shot and we're good to go. So being the perfect sniper here, and just allowing the team, the enemies, waiting for them to make mistakes, and allowing them to make all the mistakes, not myself. And I always talk about risk and reward, and you can see me do just that, you know, risk and reward here. A Waffenträger, this Leopard's kind of struggling. He's not really, but I say, okay, look, you know, I don't want to lose you because you seem like a smart guy, because initially I had written you off. You know, this Leopard. So I said, you know, I don't want to lose you. I want to make sure you stay in the game, sir. And that's why I kind of risked it and went for it with the Waffenträger. And plus, of course, the Waffenträger gets target priority, absolutely. And you can see the Death Star kind of hugging the landscape here. I'm losing my sixth sense and detection, you know, because I'm really kind of low profile here. Just looking over, you know, the hill here. And we're good. You know, there's no arty in play, so keep that in mind. So you're much more comfortable when there's no artillery in play. And I'll be much more mobile if there was artillery in play. And we're good. You know, I'm confident enough to push up. I'm kind of counting the tanks. There's 4 up ahead. There's 1 unaccounted for, but it's all good. You know, I want to come in and just splash them to death or whatever, you know. And there we go, another one goes down. Still 1 tank unaccounted for, or possibly maybe, you know, he's all the way on the other side. And we're good. And there we go, there he is to the right. Hello, sir. No, kind of not even really worth. Nah, I said nah, I don't want to shoot. I don't feel like shooting. You know, wasting at 8,000, and I'm not gonna shoot a Tiger II unless I can one-shot him. It really isn't. It's a waste of my time. Waste of my time. But you know, I shot him. 400. Decent game, very good game, very good game. Nice. It's always nice when arty's not in play. Take it easy, guys. Adios, muchachos. Look at the Leopard. Kudos to you, sir.